Welcome to the ultimate strategic guide for indie authors on mastering the International Standard Book Number, or ISBN. In an era where self-publishing has transformed from a backup plan into a prestigious career path, understanding the technical infrastructure of the literary world is no longer optional. It is the foundation of your success. This guide is designed to peel back the curtain on the administrative side of authorship, transforming what often feels like a bureaucratic hurdle into a powerful tool for brand building and global reach. Queen Liz would like to extend her royal invitation to you as you embark on this professional journey. Just as a monarch carefully guards the borders of their realm, an indie author must guard their creative intellectual property. We will dive deep into the essential mechanics of how to protect your distribution rights, ensuring that you, and only you, retain the power to decide where and how your stories are told. Without a clear grasp of ISBN ownership, you risk tethering your work to a single platform, effectively handing over the keys to your kingdom to a third-party distributor. Furthermore, we will explore the art of establishing your imprint. This is where your identity as a writer merges with your identity as a business mogul. By creating a formal publishing house for your titles, you signal to libraries, bookstores, and discerning readers that your work meets high industry standards. We will walk you through the process of moving beyond a self-published label to becoming a recognized entity in the global marketplace. Finally, we will navigate the Bowker registry like seasoned industry professionals. Bowker is the gatekeeper of bibliographic data in the United States, and learning to manage your metadata within their system is crucial for discoverability. From setting your retail price to selecting the perfect BISAC codes, we will ensure your book is cataloged correctly so that it finds its way into the hands of your ideal audience. Prepare to elevate your publishing game from a hobby to a legacy. In the United States market, Bowker serves as the exclusive authorized agency for the assignment of international standard book numbers. This centralized authority ensures that every book enters the global supply chain with a unique, traceable identifier. While the process of acquiring these numbers may seem like a mere administrative formality, it is actually the moment you legally define the ownership of your intellectual property within the commercial ecosystem. Indie authors must exercise extreme caution when encountering discount ISBNs offered by third-party bulk resellers. These services often advertise low-cost identifiers that promise a shortcut to publication, but they come with a significant legal and professional cost. When you purchase an ISBN from a reseller, that reseller, not you or your personal imprint, remains the legal publisher of record in the global books imprint database. This distinction is far more than a technicality. If a reseller is listed as the publisher, you lose the ability to control your metadata, making it difficult to update book descriptions, pricing, or categories later on. Furthermore, many traditional bookstores and libraries are hesitant to stock titles associated with known bulk resellers, as it often signals a lack of professional infrastructure. By bypassing the official Bowker registry to save a few dollars, you are effectively renting your book's identity rather than owning it. Remember that your legacy is built on the sovereignty of your brand. Owning your ISBNs directly through Bowker ensures that your chosen imprint name appears on every retail site and database worldwide. This professional consistency is what allows an indie author to stand shoulder to shoulder with major publishing houses. It protects your distribution rights, allowing you to move your files between different printers or platforms without having to issue a new edition or lose your sales history. Investing in your own block of numbers is an investment in the long-term independence and portability of your literary career. In the United States market, Bowker serves as the exclusive authorized agency for the assignment of international standard book numbers. This centralized authority ensures that every book enters the global supply chain with a unique, traceable identifier. While the process of acquiring these numbers may seem like a mere administrative formality, it is actually the moment you legally define the ownership of your intellectual property within the commercial ecosystem. Indie authors must exercise extreme caution when encountering discount ISBNs offered by third-party bulk resellers. These services often advertise low-cost identifiers that promise a shortcut to publication, but they come with a significant legal and professional cost. When you purchase an ISBN from a reseller, that reseller, not you or your personal imprint, remains the legal publisher of record in the global books imprint database. This means that in the eyes of the industry, the reseller is the entity that brought the book to market, which can complicate copyright claims and royalty disputes. This distinction is far more than a technicality. It impacts the very discoverability of your work. If a reseller is listed as the publisher, you lose the ability to control your metadata, the digital DNA of your book. Metadata includes your book synopsis, contributor bios, and search keywords. Without direct access to the Bowker Identifier Services portal, making simple updates to your book's retail price or category becomes a bureaucratic nightmare, often requiring the permission or intervention of the reseller, who may no longer be in business. Furthermore, many traditional bookstores, chain retailers, and libraries are hesitant to stock titles associated with known bulk resellers. Their automated ordering systems are built to interface with recognized imprints. When they see a reseller's name, it often signals a lack of professional infrastructure and quality control. By bypassing the official Bowker registry to save a few dollars, you are effectively renting your book's identity rather than owning it. Direct ownership ensures your chosen imprint name appears on every retail site and library database worldwide. This professional consistency allows an indie author to stand shoulder to shoulder with major publishing houses. It also protects your distribution rights, granting you the portability to move your files between different printers or platforms. A fully owned Bowker ISBN is the gold standard for professional publishing in the United States, acting as a permanent digital birth certificate for your work. When you purchase your own identifier, you are officially registering your custom imprint as the publisher of record. This elevates your brand from a casual self-publishing project to a legitimate publishing house. Because the imprint name is tied directly to the ISBN, it appears consistently across all retail sites, library catalogs, and wholesale databases, signaling to industry professionals that you have invested in the professional infrastructure of your book. This ownership is the key to true global distribution. Unlike identifiers tied to a specific service, a Bowker ISBN is portable. It allows you to list your book across multiple platforms, such as Amazon KDP, Ingram Spark, and Draft2 Digital, simultaneously without the need for multiple numbers. This creates a unified sales record, ensuring that your rankings and reviews are consolidated under a single entry. Furthermore, bookstores and libraries, which often refuse to stock titles with platform-specific or reseller-owned ISBNs, recognize Bowker-registered numbers as meeting the industry requirements for wholesale ordering. One of the most significant advantages of direct ownership is 100% author-controlled metadata. Your metadata includes your book's title, description, BISAC subject codes, and retail price. When you own the ISBN, you have the exclusive right to log into the My Identifiers portal to update this information whenever necessary. If you want to change your book's blurb to reflect a new award or adjust your pricing for a seasonal sale, you can do so instantly. This level of control is vital for optimizing discoverability and ensuring that your book is categorized correctly for your target audience. In sharp contrast, platform-locked free ISBNs often come with heavy restrictions. While they may seem cost-effective, they typically limit your distribution to a single ecosystem and list the platform, like independently published, as the publisher. This can make your work look amateurish to retail buyers and prevent you from moving your book to a different distributor in the future. By choosing a fully owned Bowker ISBN, you secure your independence, protect your brand's reputation, and ensure your book is respected by retailers worldwide. Purchasing your own ISBN through the official registry establishes you as the legal publisher of record, a status that is critical for long-term ownership of your intellectual property. When you register a title, your metadata, including the title, author name, description, and price, is injected into Books in Print, the primary global database managed by Bowker in the United States. This database serves as the central nervous system of the publishing industry, providing libraries, wholesalers, and physical bookstores with the definitive data they need to query and order your titles accurately. This listing in Books in Print ensures your book is discoverable by major search engines and professional procurement systems used worldwide. For example, when a librarian or an independent bookseller searches for a specific topic or title, your book's presence in this database allows them to find your imprint and place an order through their existing accounts with wholesalers like Ingram or Baker & Taylor. Without your own ISBN, your book may not be visible in these professional systems, effectively cutting you off from a massive segment of the retail market. Furthermore, direct registration allows you to manage the linking information embedded in the ISBN, such as trim size, binding type, and subject categories. This data is used by retailers to manage inventory and automate logistics. Because you own the number, you have the exclusive right to update this metadata at any time, ensuring that retailers always have the most current information about your work. This level of professional integration allows an independent author to operate with the same structural advantages as a large publishing house, ensuring that your titles are globally accessible and ready for sale in any marketplace. Reviewing Bowker's pricing tiers reveals the strategic math behind professional publishing and why experienced indie authors rarely purchase identifiers one at a time. While a single ISBN costs $125, purchasing the 10-pack for $295 reduces the cost per unit to $29.50. For those with a long-term vision, the 100-pack at $575 reduces the cost further to just $5.75 per unit. This tiered structure is designed to reward authors who treat their writing as a scalable business rather than a one-off project. The necessity of purchasing a block of numbers becomes clear when you consider the industry standard for multi-format publishing. In the modern marketplace, a single book title often requires 3 or more ISBNs, one for the paperback, one for the hardcover, and one for the ebook, if you choose to provide your own for digital retail. If you also produce an audiobook or a large print edition, the count increases. An author intending to publish a trilogy in 3 formats would exhaust a 10-pack almost immediately. Buying a single $125 ISBN for each of these formats would be financially devastating, whereas a 10-pack provides the flexibility to cover multiple editions of multiple books for a fraction of the cost. Furthermore, ISBN blocks are assigned to your specific imprint and cannot be split or shared with other authors. When you purchase a block of 10 or 100, those numbers are yours for the life of your business. They do not expire, meaning you can use them as you grow your catalog over several years. This upfront investment ensures that you always have an identifier ready for a surprise release or a new format, without having to navigate the purchase process and pay a premium for a single unit during a rushed launch. Strategically, the 100-pack is the preferred choice for authors establishing a legacy brand. It allows for experimentation with special editions, box sets, and foreign language translations without financial friction. By reducing your per-unit overhead to less than $6, you significantly lower your break-even point for every book produced. This allows you to allocate more of your budget toward professional editing and cover design, the factors that actually move the needle on sales. One manuscript rarely requires just a single ISBN. In fact, a common mistake among new authors is underestimating the number of identifiers needed to properly launch a book across various channels. Every unique physical or digital version of your work, including paperback, hardcover, ebook, and audiobook, is considered a distinct product by retailers and libraries. Consequently, each must have its own ISBN to ensure that the correct version is ordered, shipped, and tracked in sales reports. The necessity for multiple identifiers stems from the way global supply chains operate. A bookstore's inventory system must be able to distinguish between a $15.99 paperback and a $29.99 hardcover. If you attempt to use the same ISBN for both, the metadata will conflict, leading to listing errors, rejected shipments, and consumer confusion. Even within digital formats, while some retailers allow a single ISBN for ebooks, industry best practices suggest using unique identifiers for different file types, such as EPUB versus PDF, if they are sold separately, as this ensures your sales data remains clean and granular. Furthermore, if you decide to release a significantly revised second edition, a large print version, or a special anniversary edition with new content, each of these requires a new ISBN. The 10-pack provides the necessary runway for these multiple formats and future projects, allowing you to plan a professional multi-format launch without the stress of running out of numbers. For a single title, a 10-pack comfortably covers a paperback, a hardcover, an ebook, and an audiobook, leaving you with 6 numbers for your next book or additional editions. By securing a block of numbers, you also future-proof your publishing career. Having a surplus of ISBNs on hand means you can react quickly to market opportunities, such as creating a box set or a foreign language translation, without the administrative delay of purchasing additional single units at a higher price point. This approach ensures that your imprint remains organized and that every version of your creative work is properly indexed for global discoverability. Phase 1 of your journey focuses on establishing a professional publishing identity, a critical step that separates casual hobbyists from serious author entrepreneurs. The first requirement is to create an official account at myidentifiers.com, the secure portal managed by Bowker. This account acts as your command center for managing your entire catalog. When you register, ensure that all contact information is accurate and associated with a professional email address, as this will be the primary point of contact for wholesalers or retailers who may need to verify your publication details. The second and perhaps most vital step is to register your imprint name. This name serves as the formal brand for your publishing house. Without a custom imprint, retail giants like Amazon often assign a generic, independently published label to your book's metadata. To a discerning librarian, a brick-and-mortar bookstore buyer, or a savvy reader, this generic label can signal a lack of professional quality control. By registering a specific imprint name, such as Blue Marble Press or Vanguard Literary, you ensure that this name is what appears in the global books imprint database and on every retail product page worldwide. This professional branding offers significant protection for your creative work. It allows you to build a cohesive brand identity that can span multiple genres or pen names under one corporate umbrella. Furthermore, having a registered imprint makes it much easier to open accounts with major distributors like Ingram Spark, who require a clear publisher of record for their cataloging systems. It also simplifies the process of obtaining a Library of Congress Control Number, LCCN, which is essential if you want your book to be easily shelved in public and academic libraries. Establishing your identity in this way ensures that your intellectual property is anchored to a business entity you control. It provides the legal and professional veneer necessary to stand shoulder to shoulder with traditional publishers. Once your imprint is registered in the Bowker system, it is permanently linked to every ISBN you assign, creating a consistent and searchable history for your brand as your literary career expands. Phase 2 moves you from the planning stage into the active execution of your publishing strategy, focusing on the acquisition and technical registration of your titles. The process begins with the financial commitment to your brand's infrastructure. When you navigate the Bowker storefront, selecting the 10-pack tier is generally the most efficient move for an author planning a long-term career. Once you complete the checkout process, the ISBNs are immediately credited to your account, appearing as a list of unassigned 13-digit numbers in your digital vault. The real work begins inside your dashboard, where you must click Assign ISBN to begin the registration process. This is the moment you lock a specific identifier to your book's permanent metadata. It is important to understand that once an ISBN is assigned and the record is published to the database, it cannot be transferred to a different book or format. You will be prompted to enter critical data points: the title, subtitle, author name, and a detailed book description. This description is what retailers and libraries see first, so it should be polished, keyword optimized, and professionally formatted. Beyond basic details, you will also define the book's physical and digital attributes. This includes selecting the specific medium, e.g., print or electronic, the binding type, e.g., trade paperback or hardback, and the retail price. You will also choose your BISAC, Book Industry Standards and Communications Codes. These subject headings are the industry's filing system. Choosing accurate codes ensures your book appears in the correct categories on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and in library search engines. Finally, assigning metadata involves providing the publication date and street date. The publication date is when you consider the work officially finished, while the street date tells retailers when they are legally allowed to begin selling the book to the public. Filling out these fields with precision ensures that your metadata is injected correctly into the global supply chain, allowing wholesalers like Ingram to populate their catalogs with your book's most current and accurate information. Step 5 focuses on avoiding unnecessary administrative fees, specifically what many in the industry call the, quote, barcode tax. As you complete your ISBN assignment on the official registry, the system will frequently attempt to upsell you a barcode graphic for approximately $25 per title. While this may seem like a convenient addition, it is an entirely unnecessary expense for a modern indie author. You are essentially paying for a visual representation of the numerical data you already own. Instead of purchasing these graphics, you can utilize free, high-quality industry tools like the Bowker barcode generator to create valid, high-resolution barcodes for free. These tools allow you to input your 13-digit ISBN and generate a standard EAN13 barcode that is perfectly formatted for retail environments. Using a free generator ensures your barcode meets the required quiet zone margins, the white space around the bars that allows scanners to read the code accurately without interference from your cover art. A critical detail to consider during this step is the inclusion of the EAN5 price supplement. This is the smaller secondary barcode often seen to the right of the main ISBN code. While many online retailers do not require it, most brick-and-mortar bookstores and major wholesalers prefer or even mandate barcodes that include the encoded retail price. Free professional generators typically offer the option to include this price data. By generating your own price point barcode, you maintain a higher standard of professionalism and ensure your book is ready for physical shelf placement without requiring the store to apply its own pricing stickers. Furthermore, if you are publishing primarily through platforms like Amazon KDP or Ingram Spark, you have the option to let the distributor place the barcode for you at no cost. However, bringing your own barcode from a free generator is often preferred by authors who want total control over the precise placement and aesthetic of their back cover. When you generate your own, always choose a vector format like EPS or a high-resolution PNG to ensure the lines remain crisp during the printing process, as a blurry or low-resolution barcode can lead to rejected shipments or scanning failures at checkout. The indie publishing power move represents the transition from a casual writer to a professional publisher, involving 4 key actions that secure your creative and commercial independence. By executing these steps, you move beyond the limitations of single-platform publishing and establish a brand that is recognized by the entire global book supply chain. The first action is purchasing the 10-pack of ISBNs from Bowker. This is a strategic financial decision that provides the necessary runway for a modern book launch. Buying in bulk not only lowers your per-unit cost significantly, but also ensures you have unassigned identifiers ready for future sequels or special editions without the administrative delay of a new purchase. The second action is establishing a professional imprint name. When you own your ISBNs, you, not a third-party platform, are registered as the publisher of record in global databases like Books in Print. This allows you to list a custom publishing name, e.g., North Star Press, instead of being labeled as independently published on retail sites. This professional veneer is often a requirement for libraries and brick-and-mortar bookstores, which may hesitate to stock titles that appear to lack the infrastructure of a formal publishing house. The third action is assigning unique identifiers to all formats. This step ensures that your metadata, the digital DNA of your book, is clean and accurate across all sales channels. By assigning specific numbers to each edition, you enable retailers to track sales and inventory with precision, and you consolidate your reviews and rankings under a unified brand. This control allows you to update your book's description, pricing, and categories at any time through the Bowker Identifier Services portal. Finally, the power move is completed by generating cover barcodes using free external tools. By bypassing the expensive upsells in the registry dashboard and using reliable generators like Bowker, you can create high-resolution, retail-ready barcodes that include the EAN5 price supplement preferred by physical bookstores. This final step ensures that your physical book is ready for any retail environment, providing you with total control over your publishing rights, your professional brand identity, and your global distribution potential. Thank you for watching. Queen Liz truly hopes these tips make your publishing journey a little smoother and more successful. If you found this helpful, it would mean the world to me if you would like and leave a comment on the video. Also, to push the channel, you can subscribe to join our community. Your support genuinely helps Queen Liz keep creating these guides and other content for everyone on YouTube. Also, you can check out Queen Liz's book, Pocket Full of Poetry, formerly a short book of poems. It's a project close to her heart, and you can find it at Amazon or Barnes & Noble. Thank you again for being here and for letting Queen Liz be a small part of your viewing life. Thank you for watching.